Welcome to Kentucky Fried Mashup with Duke Money and Magic Mike.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
We just some country boys, country walk, country talk.
Let's get it.
Welcome back, y'all. Kentucky Fried Mashup is in the house. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. And you know how we do it here. It's a true mashup. We talking about all kinds of topics. You never know what's going to be on tap. So tune in every week. Mondays should be up by 12 noon unless, YouTube or somebody tries to hate on us and keep it from loading up. But
the algorithm.
The algorithm, man. They don't want to see us succeed, but we're going to do it anyway, right? But we talk about everything, y'all. Culture, news, sports, politics, all kinds of stuff, right? So you never know what's going to pop up, what topic is going to be. So that's the reason for you to tune in, because you just never know, right? Don't miss out. Don't miss out, right? FOMO. I know a lot of y'all got it. FOMO.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss out. We got a good show for y'all this week, and I think y'all going to enjoy this. We are talking about scary movies this week, right?
Yeah.
Scary movies.
I love them.
Some people do, some people don't, right? So the question of the week is, scary movies, hell yeah, or for what?
Yeah.
So that's what we talk about today, y'all. And so let's get into it, Money. How you feel about scary movies, man? What's your opinion on scary movies?
Since I've been little, Mike, I love scary movies. And I got a few that I'm gonna drop on some people, this old school that they might not have seen, especially the young people, but I love the scary movies.
Now you going back old like 80s They Live type stuff like you did before, through that on the
Yeah, that now I got one from the 80s, but it's a good one. I just think, because I was like, well, I don't want to do Stephen King, something that everybody know, because we all know some movies and they just legends. But I was
Stephen
like,
King's
let me do
like
some hymns. Yeah.
Which I guess you could say Stephen King is almost like a king of scary movies. He's one of the top, I guess, director, writers, whatever you want to call it. But he's well known. Everybody knows him. Well, you tripped me out though, because so is that true? Because now, I mean, this is a little bit off topic for scary movies, but we mentioned E.T. in a former, in a previous podcast.
Yeah.
So E.T. was actually played by a real person.
Yeah. Mike, you seen that? And the man was. I think he didn't have no legs.
Okay, because I didn't know if that was real or not, because that blew me away.
Nah,
and I also found
real.
out. Did you know that R2-D2 on Star Wars was actually a little guy inside that tin can? I didn't know that till recently.
I didn't know. But at the same time, like, see, they go back to CGI, because when I think about it, back then they didn't have it, so it had to be a little human in there. But
yeah. Which now it would be CGI, something like that, which I think it kind of takes away from the movies. And with scary movies, which maybe this isn't a typical scary movie, but like, say, Jaws, for example, right?
Yeah.
Which Jaws was something else, which I would say, because when my son was little, we went to the beach, right? He had absolutely no fear. I'm talking about when he's like 3 or 4 years old. He had no fear of the ocean. Like, he wanted to go as far as he could, and we had to hold him back. But then, at about maybe 6 years old, we made the mistake of watching Jaws with him. He wouldn't go in that water. He wouldn't go up to his knees after that. Like, he was so terrified of Jaws, he would not go into the ocean after that. Now he'll get in now as a teenager, but yeah, he was scared to death after seeing Jaws.
But Mike, it brings me to something now, and I want to say this just to get it started, y'all, because we with the scary movie, y'all know how it is. We got the horror, we got the blood and gore and all that. So y'all know how it is if you love it. But when people are young, you got to be real careful with allowing them to watch scary movies. Some people it won't phase, but some people it can mess up forever. Some people watch it and they 6, 7, 8 years old, younger. You might not even be thinking about it because you just think, oh. But then they messed up forever, and then they don't scary movies rub them the wrong way.
Now I don't want to say I messed up forever, Money, but I watched scary movies as a very small child, and it definitely had a negative impact on my sleep patterns.
Yeah.
So you are a fan of scary movies. You enjoy them.
Yeah, and my whole point right here is to bring y'all some hidden gems, y'all. Cause y'all know scary movies they ain't all the time. You know, most of them ain't. You got your blockbuster, but most of them ain't. But sometimes you find one that you wouldn't have found, and it's good. So I got some for y'all. Y'all, I love them. I love a scary movie,
And
a good one.
on the other hand, am the total opposite. Hell no to the scary movies.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I watched them when I was little, but I think that's maybe where it kind of traumatized me. And I was like, I don't understand. Why do you people like to scare yourself for entertainment? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, you know, because as a kid, I would see a scary movie and then I'd be petrified to go to sleep at night, or I'd have to leave the lights on, you know, I'd hear a sound because I had to sleep in the basement at my grandparents' house. So every little sound, you know, it was just frightening. So, like, I hated scary movies, and my older brother, he loved them. So he was always trying to force me. That was back in the days. You probably remember the days, you know, with the VHS rentals, you know, Blockbusters and your Roadrunners and all these different places.
Oh my, Mike, why'd you
Which
say
that's a
that?
Kentucky
You
thing.
done
I don't know if Roadrunner was nationwide, but
everybody. Well, you know, everybody know Blockbuster was nationwide.
Yeah,
you know,
it was nationwide.
But see, we good. I don't even want to go. But you look, Mike, you saying your age right there, because that's. Don't forget Video Vault. I mean,
oh yeah, Video Vault.
Where you had to go rent a scary movie to watch it. That means you really like it.
But I hate it because I knew if we were going to rent a movie, my brother was going to get some gory movie or some scary movie. And I was like, man, I ain't trying to watch this stuff. And then he would force me to. And I would half the time have the blanket over my head, not even watching, you know.
Now, Mike, we gonna get into this because you know we ain't gonna keep y'all too long, but we gonna hit y'all hard with some real gems. Well, you know, I'm gonna hit you hard with some real gems. And the first real gem that I got is Wrong Turn, the first one. Cause like Mike said, when they make sequels and stuff, they start getting weak. But Wrong Turn, that very first one, I mean, is off the chain. And I mean, it's where the friends they going somewhere, but they end up in the hills of Virginia. And when they in the hills of Virginia, they had a wreck, and they run into some inbred people, and the inbred people was cannibals. So, I'm gonna leave it at that. But I mean that's the type of scary movie I'm talking about. You're all the way to the max.
And see, now you scaring me because I'm here in Virginia. You talking about this stuff now? But like so that movie, I didn't know it was so they had a remake. Or later they remade it.
Oh yeah, they done made so many of them, Mike. The first one is the main one, but they've made
about
nine.
What time did the first one come out? Like, do you remember
2003.
Okay, now who was in that? Was there? I feel like was Jennifer Lopez or somebody in it?
No. It wasn't nobody that I can think that it. I mean, I'm sure somebody popular was in it, but at the time, it's nobody that was in it to where I can know who they are now. But I'm sure that they got. But it was a great movie, and they got some other. The sequels was not good, but they got other ones, y'all. But Wrong Turn, the first one, for you young people, that's a good scary movie if you like scary movies.
And I can relate to that because I've been in some of those mountain areas, and they definitely are some sketchy places that you don't want to find yourself because you're an outsider, and some of them don't take too kindly to outsiders. So yeah, you gotta be careful where you travel.
Mike, I think that's what makes scary movies so scary. You know, you got some of them that's supernatural, you know, evil and all that, but then you got some to where you can imagine, okay. You know, people. You can imagine yourself in the hills, and you stranded, and okay, yeah, y'all got to check it one out. Check it one out.
Wrong Turn. What else you got for us?
I got and I'm reading y'all, so that's why I'm looking up just so I can have a fresh one. And this was The Hills Have Eyes, the first one, y'all, because it was one like in 1978. Okay. But The Hills Have Eyes, the one in 2006.
Okay, I did see the remake of that one. Yeah.
Now, and you know what's my man's name? Michael Berryman. See, now y'all know who he is. When I say his name, y'all probably like, who is he? But really, he's been in so many because you know he got that look, y'all. You know, but he got plenty of money, so I'm sure you know that look don't hurt him at all. But he got that scary look where you ain't got to really decorate him too much for the scary movies. But yeah,
some people can play scary parts pretty well.
And look at this. I'm reading y'all because just so that I can remember this. But it's a family and they going through the desert, and so the government has been doing nuclear tests in this area. So the radiation, I'm assuming, got the people where they started mutating. You know what I'm saying? Start getting defects and stuff. So the family is out there. They get stranded. And again, the person at the gas station told them the way to go, but they got stranded, y'all. And I'm gonna leave it at that. All I'm saying, these is mutants, man. Deformations, all of that, and they out there serious. So the Hills Have Eyes 1. I know that a lot of y'all probably already seen these, but it's probably a lot of young people that ain't, these movies so old, ain't seen them. So
and as much
check
as
that one out.
and as much nuclear testing they used to do, there could be some places like that somewhere out there in the desert.
And y'all know, and see, now, let me stop because I don't want to get political done. But y'all know, people still be doing nuclear tests and stuff, and you got to think that radiation is not good for us in any form or fashion. So it's what we were saying again, Mike. Something that you can see really happen. That's the ones that's the scariest, when it ain't just way out there. You can really see, okay, something like that could happen.
Which I've often wondered, like with all the nuclear testing that we've done, and America's not the only country that's done nuclear testing. Russia, China. So I've often wondered though if that has contributed to increases in cancer rates. Because all this stuff's in the atmosphere and everything. But let's not get too off the deep end.
No, let's not. We ain't. But you said that is. I mean, that's real. It's ain't. But let me go to the next one, y'all. This one's even. The name of it, y'all, is crazy. But this is a good one, y'all, and it's the first one. I Spit on Your Grave. I see that name sounds terrible, but that's the 2010. Cause see, they had one way back, 1970s or something. The one that from 2010.
Yeah.
It's another one. She's from New York. She's a writer. She goes to Louisiana. Again, at the gas station, somebody tells her how to get to where she's going, a cabin. Now, I'm not going to get too deep on this, but all I'm going to say is she is a woman that you should not play with. And now this is gore, y'all. See, that's a different, you got different levels of scary movie. This is a gory one, So, you talking about that, look, you see how I got serious, you see my face, but it's a good one. It's a good scary movie.
And as you are talking about these movies, like the cynic in me is like, all these scary movies are so similar. It's like similar, and that's how like scary movies suck. They're stupid. They're so predictable. Like I know what's gonna happen next.
I can't argue with you about. Sometimes somebody's always getting stranded somewhere.
Yeah, somebody.
And then it's always somebody that deformed or inbred or somebody. Just some freaks or something.
Yeah, and then you find yourself yelling at the TV like, "Run, you!" or whatever. Like, come on, you idiot! Like you can't be this stupid. Like, what are you
Mike,
doing?
And you just heard comedians talk about that when they talk about, people always fall, and somehow you running, you got a good distance, but you fall. Come on now.
But that's one thing I hated. The movies with Jason, right? Was it Halloween? So
no. Jason was Friday. Halloween was what?
Oh yeah, Friday.
What was your book? Michael Myers.
Yeah, Michael Myers. Which so. I hate with the hockey mask. I hated that so much because I was like, it's so stupid because he doesn't even run, but he catches everybody. Like he's walking the whole time, big lumbering, slow, and I'm like, come on now, this is stupid. Like,
and see, now I didn't want because I know everybody knows them. That's why I didn't put them in here because those are blocked. But Halloween, Jason, Freddy Krueger, but Jason always came back, no matter what they did to him. You just came back.
He died how many times? How many of the damn movies did they have?
But a lot. Jason, a lot. But scary movies is like soap operas. You can kill a person, they gonna come back.
They come back
with a vengeance.
Or it's like like when somebody's laying there dead and you standing next to them, they gonna grab the leg or something. Like come on, like move away from them. Why you standing so close?
And then the movie will cut off. They'll grab the leg and then they go to so okay, it's about to be another one.
So, but that kind of brings me to because you kind of mentioned the different genres of the scary movies. Like, do you have a favorite type of genre?
I'm glad you mentioned that because this next one, I ain't gonna say it's my favorite genre. My favorite genre, I guess, is gore. I'm gonna say gore because it's and I got to give an honorable mention. Just if y'all don't know this person makes gory movies. I didn't have any of his movies here, but Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie makes I'm talking about gore. I done forgot a couple names of his movie, but I mean just I'm gonna say Rob Zombie. So I like gore the most. But I'm gonna go to the next one. Now this one's an old one, y'all, and now this is a different type. This is that what is it's a British film, and it's supernatural horror. That's where you got your angels, your demons, or somehow the darkness, that type of
Possession.
thing.
Somebody's
And it's the
possessed or something.
first Hellraiser. The first Hellraiser,
Oh, I
y'all
forgot about
got
those.
and they got a lot of them. And the man, y'all know Pinhead. Matter of fact, okay, Pinhead, yeah. Okay, that's what they got a little puzzle, y'all. Don't fool with when you got puzzles and things. Don't fool with them if you don't know what they are. But if you open the puzzle, you get Pinhead and his buddies, and they come from the dark side. You know what I'm saying? They gonna tear you up. So yeah, y'all. Don't
Some
puzzle
old
and all
Jumanji
that
shit.
Ouija boards and all that. Leave it alone, y'all. Don't mess with that stuff.
Now that because now you've kind of talked about different. It seems like every movie you've had is from kind of a different era, too. Because
Yeah.
you had some of the
Yeah.
older ones. So do you not have like a favorite era of scary movies, or you just like them from all different ranges?
Oh, that's a you know, and now, Mike, you got me thinking. I would say probably the '90s,
the
the
'90s.
'90s, the late '90s. Cause I was young and I was watching them scary movies, and I mean, that's what I guess got me hooked. Cause I'm like, this is. But at the same time, Mike, I have run into some scary movies where okay, it scared me. But where I'm like you said, I'm hearing things, and I'm like, that I said that was too much. That was too much. That was too much. And I
Yeah.
watched it so. But the '90s, I would say, CGI is getting better for all the movies, so the stuff looks more real. But the '90s, the imagination was great.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And see, and I quit watching scary movies. I mean, every now and then I'll watch one from time to time with the family or whatever. But like the '80s, mid '80s up to the like probably mid '90s, like from that 10 years is when I was watching the scary movies. And
Yeah.
they I was like, I seen enough.
Mike,
I feel like you seen a few of them. You seen them all.
But
So,
you said it was your brother. Ain't it strange how the person that's always wanting to get you to do something is your brother, a sibling that's older. Like they trying to make you tough. Like if you don't do this, like you weak or something. Come on now, y'all. Don't
Yeah.
Some people can't take it.
nah, I
Yeah,
mean,
some people can't take it.
which like I said, I just don't get the concept of getting entertainment out of being scared. I just don't comprehend it. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. So, but I grew up, watching the movies because of my brother, or my mom even, but I think one of the very first scary movies that I saw was Poltergeist.
Oh,
and-
see, that's a classic.
And Poltergeist did a number on me because the little girl went into TV, and back in them days, because at a certain point in time,
Yeah.
the or the TV channels went off the air. So you'd have either the colored
Yeah.
lines going up and the beeping sound, or you'd have the fuzz.
Yeah, the
and
snow,
that was the
yeah.
part in Poltergeist where she was on the TV and it was fuzzy, and then she ended up in the TV, and I was like, oh hell no! Like, and I'm like
Trapped.
4 or 5 years old, yeah. So I was like, oh hell no! I was scared when that would come on at night when the TV would cut off. I'd turn the TV off immediately, like, oh hell no! Like, and then also the clowns. Like, I hate clowns because of Poltergeist.
Now they got one now, Mike, that's out. That's called the Terrifier. It's
Yeah,
just, he's just a clown dressed up like that, walk around just pure gore. But the clowns,
And
I
then-
think, will never go out of style.
Yeah, and then you had It, right? The series, Stephen King came out in 1990. Remember, it was a two-part
Stephen
series.
King.
It was a two-part series on TV.
Yes.
And everybody, because I think I was in like 5th grade then, and we were all talking about it at school. Everybody watched it, and then we was talking about it, and we were looking forward to the next episode. But like, clowns, man, I don't know what it is about clowns. They just creepy.
Yeah, and Mike, you see, and that's why I said then some of them you name is blockbusters. But y'all, I wasn't gonna divulge this, but I'm gonna go on and do it because when I was telling y'all at the first, I did it one time, watch a scary movie, and I'm not thinking about it. I'm one of them people that my daughter, she was getting on roller coasters early. Like I'm on break, it's gonna be my ride or die. We're gonna ride roller coasters. So I'm one that thinks, breaking people in. But it was a young person one time and I was not paying attention. We watching a scary movie, it was the family. But I'm not thinking about it. And I'm telling y'all, she didn't sleep to the point where, her cousin got up. She was young too, saying, she was like, she didn't sleep. She was having nightmare. And I felt bad because I really didn't think nothing of it until this day. She's like it. So y'all just be careful because things like it, even though it's fun,
Yeah.
it can ruin people.
No, like as I've been thinking about when we were preparing to do this show, I was thinking about just just growing up, and that exact same thing happened to me with Nightmare on Elm Street. That movie terrified me so bad because I was probably like 5 when I first saw her, 6, and and the thing about Freddy Krueger was he came in your dreams. So that terrified me. Like I didn't want to go to sleep. I would stay up as long as I could until my little body just crashed. But I was like, no, hell no, I'm not going to sleep. Freddy gonna be in my dreams, as a little kid. And that movie was terrible. And my brother loved him. He would make me watch all of them, but I quit watching. I said, I ain't watching this no more. I just put my cover over my head, or I would play with my toys or something. But I was like, I ain't watching this stuff no more, man.
And you naming blockbusters, Mike. You see those are the big dogs, of scary movies.
Yeah, because the ones you mentioned, I think I'd only heard of 1 or 2 of the ones that you've already mentioned.
And that's why for y'all that love the scary movies, that's why I mentioned. Cause I'm like, I bet a lot of younger people. But y'all got, this is another thing, y'all. We want y'all to comment. We making shows like this, this is more fun, and we having a ball, y'all. So put in the comments, y'all, what scary movie you like. If you love scary movies, because you probably know some that I don't know, and I'm gonna look up and download and watch them. Or tell us which one that you seen that turned you off if you was young and you seen one. Put some comments in there, y'all, because we love to hear the comments.
Or back me up and tell us what you think about how stupid scary movies are.
Yeah. If you think, because one thing that it kills me is, when it's always the monster, they never show the monster. They just show bits and pieces of it. And then sometimes when you see the monster, it's because, okay, I see why y'all didn't show it, because this is so lame. You can tell this is, so y'all comment. Let us know, y'all.
Yeah, definitely want to hear the comments from folks. Want to hear what scary movies you like, or if you don't like them, we want to hear from you. And that brings me to probably the worst movie for me as a kid was Children of the Corn.
Children, right? That's another blockbuster. That's Stephen King.
And there was something about that movie, the little creepy kids. I think his name was like Isaac, and then there was like a Malachi.
Malachi.
Malachi and Isaac, right?
Just
Malachi. Two creepy ass kids, and
Malachi.
This is a true story, Money, and I think there's statute of limitations on this, so I can tell this story. But so I first watched Children of the Corn in like 1985. I was 5 years old, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me why the next year, or no, it might have been that same year, my mother was dating this guy, and we moved into his house. And guess what was in the backyard?
What was it?
A cornfield.
In his backyard.
In his backyard. So literally, we had a backyard, but then on the other side of the fence was just a giant cornfield.
Yeah, where you could go in there at 5 years old and get lost.
Oh, yeah. And you talk about how terrified I was. I said, because I just seen Children of the Corn.
Yeah.
And then we got this cornfield by my house. I was so terrified, Money. This is what I did. So my mother would send us to a babysitter down the street, when she go to work. I stole a lighter because they smoke cigarettes and stuff. I stole a lighter, and I went to that cornfield, and I set that cornfield on fire because I was going to kill Isaac and Malachi. In my little 5-year-old brain, I was taking them out, right?
Yeah.
And this is true. It's a true story.
Yeah.
I lit the little corn stalks on fire, and it went up because it was dry. It was almost harvest time, and it went up quick.
Yeah.
And I ran. And I climbed up in a tree, and I watched as the fire department came to put out the fire, and I was mad because I was like, "No, don't put it out. You gonna save Isaac." I was like, "I'm trying to kill him." I was upset, dude. Like that's how much I believe. I believe that was real, and I was trying to save the world and save everybody from Isaac and Malachi.
Take that cornfield down, because what you got a cornfield in the backyard for? It ain't no farm.
It was a farm though that backed up because the house, it was a big farm that sold off the land, and so they had a subdivision, But it was a big cornfield. I guarantee probably 3 or 4 acres of it burned before they put it out.
Because Mike, we in here in Kentucky, that's where we come from, and when you going out of town and stuff, sometimes you see cornfields. I mean, stretch for miles and miles and miles. You get in there and get lost.
Oh yeah. real easy, especially when it's fully grown, you know, and if you're a kid and small. But that, you know, during Halloween time, of course, they like to have the little scary, out in the cornfields, the maze. They like this one place they would cut out, you know, where you could walk through the corn maze. But that stuff's pretty scary, you know, especially for little kids. Like,
you know, that's another thing though with scary movies. You see a lot of them where it's the cornfield and they'll have the scarecrow in there. You know, you just scary movie.
Oh, that's funny because I went to one of those one time and I was like, "Oh, this is fake. This ain't even real." And I grabbed the scarecrow's leg, and then all of a sudden he started moving. I was like, "Oh, it was a real man, but it looked like a fake little statue." But it was pretty funny. He was like,
"That'd be a good place for a haunted house but like you said, you got to be ready to go in there because you might not come out."
Yeah, Isaac might get you, man. So forget that.
But that Malachi, see, and I wonder, does that name? Because Malachi, that sounds like okay, he's crazy. Does it come from the Bible or something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it like a variation of the devil's name or something? Malachi.
I don't know, but that sounds crazy. Malachi.
Yeah, he was an evil little kid. But so, hey, just say no to scary movies is my philosophy. Like, I don't deal with them. I love comedy, you know, suspense thriller. I do a good suspense thriller, but especially the gory movies, I could do without. The supernatural, it might be kind of interesting, but yeah, man. I can see where people like it because scary movies because it does. I think it kind of creates a adrenaline rush of some sort. You know what I'm saying? Like people like it because it creates an adrenaline rush for them.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I just don't want to be entertained by being scared and have to leave the lights on and sleep at night, like, you know. Which I mean, not now that I'm adult, but as a kid, it scarred me as a kid where I was scared. I had to sleep in the basement. I was like, I'm good, man. I ain't watching nothing scary because it just makes me not sleep at night.
I will tell you this: scary movies ain't nothing that I'm gonna binge watch. Like if you watching Netflix, scary movies just every once in a while. I mean, I ain't gonna just sit there and watch them back to back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? Scary movies where okay, it's a good scary movie out. I'm gonna watch it Saturday, so you know that type of thing. It ain't like where okay, I'm just gonna sit in here and watch scary movies all day. But at the same time, if you get a series like say for instance Hellraiser, you download all the Hellraisers where you know it's 6 or 7 of them. Okay, that is gonna be some good watching, but that's a certain, you know, it ain't something that you're gonna be doing all the time, just watching scary movies, filling yourself up, because it might do something. It might, if you do it too much, you might start tripping.
It's gonna mess with you, you know, because I mean, I think of you know, like or one of the most worst. I said the most worst. So one of the worst scary movies I think I ever saw was Blair Witch Project. Like it was just the dumbest.
That took off, Mike, and that was
I know it was very popular,
and it took off.
They literally used a handheld camera, which that's why I couldn't stand it because the camera's all up in the face. You got snot dripping out. I'm like, come on, man, I don't want to see all this.
I can't watch it now. When I see any movie of any kind where they got and it's from a view of somebody having a camera following the people or whatever, it turns me off. But that one it blew up. That they made money off that.
Yeah, it got pretty popular, but I thought it was stupid. I was like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
The Shining was another one that was very popular. You know,
Mike, that was deep. That was okay. That was he went crazy. Yeah, that was
And I was trying to think.
Here comes Johnny.
Here comes Johnny.
Yeah.
So there's another movie, Money, and I can't think of it. Oh, I think the Psycho. Was that the one?
Oh, Norman Bates.
Yes.
The Bates Hotel. See, Mike, these is blockbuster, and I ain't even thought about it. And y'all, okay, if you ain't seen Psycho, especially for you young ones out there, if you ain't, that's a good one. That's a good one. Norman Bates was a different type of person.
Yeah, and it was a different, you know, Albert Hitchcock, he always had some real strange movies, you know. I think he had another one, was it like the Birds or something like that?
Yeah,
you remember that?
The Birds, where the birds started attacking the people.
Yeah. Where they came in these huge flocks and just like pecking people.
Oh, yeah, just attack. Think about that, y'all. The beaks with the birds. You know, the birds got beaks. Think about all the birds if they just started attacking you.
Pecking your eyes out and stuff like that. Yeah.
You can't stop them. It's too many of them.
So that was why I went, you know, and then it's funny though, because like some of these scary movies have created spoofs, you know, like Scream. Remember
Yeah,
Scream?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, you know, they came out with the spoofs of Scream, and that was hilarious because I thought Scream was stupid too, like the whole like the little mask and things, and I
But
just
you know what, Mike? Because you mentioned that I can't go. I got to let y'all know a little bit about that. So the people, for you young people, our older people who ain't watching that Norman Bates, the Bates Motel, Psycho. That's what cause Psycho. He would be in there, y'all, like he's his mama. I think his
yeah.
mama passed away, but he didn't want her to go. You know, so he be in there, mama. Hey, what do you want? It was
Yeah,
crazy.
he was
That was
truly
crazy.
he was a truly a psycho.
Yeah, yeah. That's seeing that's something real. It's people out here probably. that was that
You
was a
can
good
you
one.
can't put nothing past humans, man. Humans is a strange species,
Yeah, they
very
are.
strange.
They are.
I remember they came, which I never watched this movie because the Last House on the Left. I refused to watch
I
it.
think I might have seen that.
I
I
refused to
ain't for
watch it
sure.
though because I lived on a street, the Last House on the Left, and I was like, when I heard that title, I was like, nope, I'm not watching it.
Yeah, I think it seemed like it's something I've seen before, but there's so many y'all over the years, and
Yeah,
it's not a lot of good scary movies. So when you do find one that's good, if you into scary movies, you remember them, because a lot of them is gonna be B movies, and a lot of them make C movies if it's a such thing. But
right.
when you do find one that's a good one, and usually it's the first one, you remember them.
Yeah, or like the Exorcist. Now that was a pretty wild movie, The Exorcist.
That The Exorcist. When you just said it, I thought like of the other one you mentioned, Carrie, because
Mm,
they was back in the day, and those was just good movies. And
yeah,
it's still spin-offs of those. Yeah, I mean, like where it's like people not their imagination's not the same. Because you think, well, okay, these people made these up from scratch. Why can't nowadays they do that? They make a lot of remakes.
yeah. But sometimes, I mean, I think it's kind of hard to keep reinventing the wheel, you know, and coming up with different concepts because it's
Yeah.
kind of like I said, you seen one scary movie, a lot of the plots are the same, you know, depending on the genre, you know, because you might have the
Yeah.
gore or you might have like like you said the supernatural.
Supernatural.
So you got like
got
supernatural
horror,
movies.
and then you got then you got some where, like I say, where it's a realistic type of, you know what I mean? Like you say, almost the Blair Witch, where they, of course it was fake, but they tried to make it where, okay, we filming with a real camera, these things are happening, and it's like those are really kind of the worst ones because you think, well, this could really happen.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I guess the thing about that one was it seemed like it was like a first person, like real, like it wasn't a
Yeah.
lot of special effects, and but yeah, I just like still to this day I can just picture like snot dripping out. I was like, well, I don't want to see all this up
Yeah,
close.
all
Like
that.
I was like, I don't want to see this. Like it's stupid. Like
You know what I'm thinking, Mike? Now, because since we talking about this, because there's so many different types of movies, y'all. Anything that y'all like, it don't have to be scary. If of course, good scary movies, put them in the comments. If you don't like them, let it be known, and what one scared you off. If you never watched it, but then any genre that you like, put that in the comments, because there's so many different genres of movies. It don't have to be just a genre of scary movies, just a genre of any movie. Because it's so, Mike's sitting here naming stuff, and I'm thinking, oh, I didn't even think about that. I mean, classics.
yeah, and I'm
Classic.
sure those of you watching probably know of a lot of other movies that we missed out. And again, more of the modern scary movies I'm not hip to because I don't really watch them. But that's why most of the ones I remember from when I was younger. Probably under
Yeah.
18. So
And you know what? I had that honorable mention about Rob Zombie, so I'm gonna just throw one out there because it came to my mind. A House of 1,000 Corpses. See what I'm saying? Y'all already know that's gore.
yeah,
The name is just like what? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, y'all. Shoot, this is. See, I like these type of videos because y'all should get into this. Y'all should get into this because I know everybody out there knows a movie that they feel is just the top dog, whether it's scary or any kind. So put that in the comments, y'all,
yeah.
because y'all might name one that make us be like, we got to make another one about this.
Which I want to know like what scary movies like was too much for you. Like
Yeah.
what is there a movie that you watched that just gave you nightmares or like as a kid or whatever where you couldn't sleep? I want to know like and
Yeah.
especially if it's one we didn't mention. I would love to know
Yeah.
some of those good scary movies, which I'm not gonna watch them, but just for our viewers to see.
Cause no matter how tough your skin is, yeah, it's something that's gonna get you. Something's gonna rattle your cage.
Money, he's a lover of the scary movie genre. So, and I know many of you out there are fans of the scary movie genre. So, y'all enjoy those movies. That's all I gotta say. You enjoy them. I'm gonna go watch something else. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, man. We appreciate it. Of course, like, share, subscribe, all the thing. We got to get our name out there, y'all. We appreciate it, and we can't do it without you, because you are what moves the needle, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And Mike, you forgot one thing, cause we want y'all to do this. Like you said, like, share, subscribe, but comment, y'all. We love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
We everywhere, y'all. Like you said, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. It don't stop. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep bringing content to y'all that y'all going to like. And all we need is you to like, share, and subscribe, and comment.
Yes, indeed. And go out there and watch some scary movies, y'all, after y'all watch this. Go watch one of your favorite scary movies. And I hope you have nightmares tonight.
You know what? Don't watch them, y'all, because this is the week. The week has just started, y'all. So don't watch. Wait till the weekend or something.
Yeah, make sure you ain't got work in the morning in case you can't sleep. But y'all, we appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you next week, next Monday. Y'all have a good week. We out. Peace.
Duke money. Magic, Mike. Magic, Mike.